Let's
Yeah.
I tell you what, Light, thank you very much for being here, brother. Could you please, just for the people at home, could you let them know a little bit about yourself? This is round two, and where they can find you, please.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm a being on this planet that is free, and I'm here to just help turn the lights on, help clean up the place a little bit, make sure, I can make it a little bit better, hopefully, than when I got here. Although sometimes I want to give up looking around, but yeah, I'm a detox specialist. I specialize in the deepest of tissue cleansing and cellular, like, helping the cells get cleaned up and improving the communication with the cells. I also do irritology.
I'm moving. It's your signal.
Is it good?
Yeah, we got it. It's good now. It's
I
good.
hope it doesn't start doing a monsoon. It's the rainy season, but
Oh
yeah,
no.
it's been. There is some generators, backup generators. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. But so I hope it works.
Bro, it adds to
Yeah.
the realness of it. It's raw.
Yeah,
So
brother.
as you mentioned, you're
Yeah.
a detox specialist,
Yeah.
and so when it comes to detoxing, it can be tricky. I remember when I first started getting into it, it's a bit tricky to understand the different types of detoxes and what you were detoxing out. Was it parasites? Was it mucus? Was it, well, to be fair, mucus hadn't even been on my radar. Um, or like other things like that, like toxins or whatever it is, like heavy metals. Is there a way to just encapsulate everything, grab everything, get it the fuck out in one foul swoop? Is that possible?
Definitely. Definitely. That's what I specialize in. And I tried almost everything before finding this. I was sick my entire life, so I know all the things that don't really work. Some things are nice, like, hey, this might give you a little placebo effect or something, or you could, go buy this bottle of this or do this. But none of that stuff is like the true deep healing. The true deep healing for me occurred when I just ate fruits. And I just when I shifted onto the raw foods, and then when I got into the juicing, that was a whole other ball game. Taking the herbs with the juices, with the enemas, all that stuff. It's just like bam, 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 bam. You're seeing the stuff leave you, and you can literally see the stuff come out of you. In, like you said, in mucus, and when you're coughing it up, the more yellow or green, that's better than clear, right? You don't want clear mucus because you're just not getting any shit out of you. But when you're getting it more yellow or green, even if you can get brown stuff out of your lungs, then that's like the best, And you can also see mucus, like, if you, I know it's gross, but like a colonic or an enema where you stick the something up your butt and the water goes up there. Guys, I know it's not what you want to do with your Friday night, but like sometimes I swear to God, man, man, if you can get over the mental thing of it,
Mm.
and you use it as it's like the top thing in my arsenal. If you use it strategically, yeah, you can actually see, because I'm starting my 8th year of a high fruit diet. I just started yesterday. 8 years as
Wow.
my, well, 7 years completed, but um, I just yeah, high fruit, mostly raw vegan. And I'm telling you, when you go and eat the foods, you go back and then you do an enema. You can see, after you've cleared a lot of the deep stuff out, you can see fresh mucus in there, which it's because it's not hardened yet and it's still clear. It's gross. It's really gross, but I have to, when you see it, you believe it. You see clear yellow, a little bit yellowy, fresh mucus. And then
Mm.
also, how do we know about the pesticides or the heavy metals or all this or these toxins? Well, if you're itching and stuff, if you're having intense, pains, you're having super fatigue, you know, uh, then you're going to be knowing, hey, this stuff is trying to come out.
Mm.
So that's another way that you can totally prove the stuff that I teach, is because, and also with the parasites, you can see big ass. I mean, dude, you can see some freaking
Really?
3 foot long tapeworms coming out of yeah, people who ate a lot of meat, and yeah, like especially like raw, like sushi and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, and then I've seen a lot of there's roundworms, fluke worms, or not fluke worms, liver flukes that live in the liver. They're like little leeches. So I've seen those come out of myself. I've had roundworms. You know, there's hookworms, rope worms. There's all, yeah, it's real. So
yeah,
yeah, it's not, you know, it's as far as you can go for most people's perception because it's so freaking simple, but it really works. It really does. So,
well,
yeah.
most things are hidden in plain sight, as we know, and there's this sort of like idea that the more natural something is, the more simpler it is. The more simple it is, the more closest to its truest form it is. It's like honing it down. Um, Something that you mentioned, I was actually thinking about it today because the book that you recommended on your last video, which is the mucus, I can't remember the name now. You remember?
Mucusless diet healing
Yeah,
system.
by Arnold Ehret.
Yes.
I've been listening to that book, and I always like it when someone like yourself, you've actually got these, these problems, and you go on your little journey to find what's going to heal you, and you find it, and it's always magical, and then you have verification. But this guy, I mean, this is old. This book. This is, I mean, this
Yeah.
is not, two. This is no 1920 was it? I think.
Yeah, it's like 100 years ago, man.
Yeah, it's super old.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the
Yeah.
things that I don't know specifically if he mentioned it, and this is what I'm getting to. I've gone a roundabout way to get into this, but so I really love a book. I've read it many times. I don't read it anymore, but sometimes I do. Think and Grow Rich, and in that he talks about the benefits of an enema and colonic irrigation enema. What's the difference, and how beneficial are they for you, really?
Great question. So the colonic is something you go into a clinic, you pay, who knows, like $100 or something, and there's different types. There's open system and closed system. Either way, they're shoving up something up your butt, and with that, you could have a therapist in the room with you, or you could have the therapist outside of the room with you. Well, they'll like massage your stomach, and which really does help. But also, you can, a lot of clinics that I've been to will have a little hand massager when you're in there. I prefer to be in there by myself, to be honest. I mean, I'm not like, I don't know, it's just a little, but it's powerful. But it's you're getting quite a bit of water up there, and then you're flushing it out continuously for it can be like 30 minutes or something sometimes, or I mean sometimes it can be a long time. So
Mm.
that's great, but I prefer the enemas because an enema, um like I say always, since I've been doing this, I only I'm only here to like recommend this strategically, mindfully, intelligently. Do not abuse these things. Don't just do these things and don't change anything else. It's
Mm.
ridiculous. And
Mm.
people do, So because you're getting a lot, there's a lot of reasons that can go wrong. Your colon can break down and stop functioning, which has happened to people who have done it too many times. And also, you have a microbiome. So if you're putting, that's why I don't. Another reason I don't like as much the colonics, because you're getting so much water going up and in and out, and with the enema you just have a little bag, or you have a little stainless steel bucket and your own little tube, and you fill it up with like 1.5 liters of water, and you can put your own lemon or lime in there. Is really great. Or you put some Dr. Moore's Heal All tea, herbal tea, warm it up. You want it to be kind of lukewarm,
Mm.
not hot, not cold. And then you can do that. Like if you're feeling really shitty, like you're feeling really, you're doing a fruit diet, or you're transitioning onto a brand new raw food lifestyle or something, and you're feeling crappy, you're detoxing, or you're juice fasting or water fasting.
Mm.
The best thing you can do is, you're feeling like crap, put that thing up there. It's going to help stuff get out quicker. You're
Mm.
going to you'll see the stuff come out, and you might see the ropey mucoid plaque, these snakes this serpents come out of us that is, I mean, we have it. Everyone has it. And
100%.
once you do that, then you go, okay, all right, like that's what's up. And that's why you did it. Like that's why
Mm,
you're feeling like crap. And of course there's the purists, the natural hygienic people who are like, you have to be 100% natural, but and they hate on juicing, they hate on enemas, they don't like certain things, they don't like herbs. I'm like, dude, this is not a natural world, so I'm going to take my intelligence with what's been given to me by creation and formulate my own way, because I mean it's like literally like the jigsaw puzzle living on this planet. So sometimes you gotta, if you're too rigid on this planet, then it can start to mess it does more harm than good, you know. So yeah,
100%.
it's wild, man.
With an enema,
Yeah.
so I want to, because I've heard about enemas. I've saw Bear Grylls do an enema, which is a survivalist years ago. With an enema, is it, because I would imagine a colonic irrigation would be, you know, you would book, you would sit down, it would be sort of 45 minutes or whatever. With an enema, is it like an all day event? I mean, you're gonna have to. Is this stuff dripping through you, or are you fucking squeezing the bag and speeding it up, or like what are you doing?
Yeah, with the enema, it's only like a liter and a half of water. So you're only, if you can ideally get it all in you in one. If a lot of people haven't, the longer you can have it up there. But
Mm,
really, I mean, it takes, it's just one little round, and then you let it out. Or sometimes it'll take two times to, you got to fill the bag, release because it's too much, and then go and finish it up. Sometimes if you're
okay.
kind of clogged up. So that's why I prefer it, because I mean, when you're doing the colonic, you're sitting in there and it's, the water is constantly going in and you're letting it out is whenever you want for, you know, up to like 45 minutes. Seriously. So that's, I mean, that's like 20 times more water than, or 10 times more water than just an enema. That's why I like it, because it's like, dude, I'm going in because I have I know what's going on, because I'm feeling this unburied, this treasure, this unbelievably, you know, nasty treasure, like you said, the mucus and the toxins and all this, all the emotions, everything. And you're
Mm,
wondering why you're feeling like crap all the time. And then people are blaming, hey, it's the grapes and it's the your salads and your new lifestyle that's the problem. No, it's just exposing the problem, because it's letting your body rest more. And when your body can rest more, guess what? These deposits are going to be unveil themselves.
mm,
And the more you rest, uh, the more it's going to come out. And then if you're resting and then you add like certain tools like this, then it will be, you might be suffering and feeling fatigue for 3 days. If you do an enema, it might just be one day. And I've seen it countless times in other people,
mm.
countless times in myself. I've helped, you know, by now, like kind of a lot of people, and I've seen the same things. And I'm not just doing this, like definitely not doing it for the money. I'm doing this because I just want to like share like something that I was looking for my whole life, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that
So
sense, like
yeah.
on your Facebook, like you genuinely want to help, and that's why I have you on the show, man, because I feel like you're genuine. Um,
Thanks.
one of the things that you brought up a couple of times now, I've heard other people say it, and I've never heard anybody talk about the specifics. Is you say, and there's another point I want to get to too,
Mm-hmm.
because today, so just today, I do this a lot. I'll eat just fruit for the day. I'm not a fruitarian or frugal. I just like really like fruit. Like fucking love it. It's my favorite. Uh, Sometimes I'll spice it up with like some mackerel or some shit, like so, some healthy shit. I don't
Mm-hmm.
typically eat starchy vegetables or whatever, but my only caveat with just eating fruit, and maybe it's because I'm conditioned to eat meat, is that once I eat a load of fruit, I'm like, there's a part of me that's like, oh, like I need something bigger. Like, oh, give me that fucking cow. Like, I want to eat that shit. Like, I want to fucking, I want some meat. I want to eat something. But how do you? Is there like a certain fruit that does it for you? Like, maybe you're more conditioned to that lifestyle now, but like for people that are just getting into it, they're like, nah, I need this fucking meat. Like, what's the best thing that you would suggest to them to sort of like counteract that?
Mm. Well, first of all, it's no matter what point you are in raw foods and fruit diets and detoxing, you're not going to be getting the same sort of type of fullness as
Mm.
you would from definitely any kind of processed meal or even a cooked meal with meat or potatoes or something like that. Like you're
Mm.
not going to get that thing where you're just and then you probably take a nap or you fall asleep, and it's really because it stimulates, like the meat is the biggest stimulant there is, seriously. And
Mm.
that's why you're just talking about, "Oh, I want this." Yeah, because and a lot of people can heal with meat if they're just eating meat. When you go from any other diet to just eating meat, you can heal. But there's types of healing. There's little bits feeling better, and then there's the deep tissue healing,
Mm.
which is completely different than, oh, I'm just feeling better. Now I'm carnivore. Like it's just for 3 months. You just
Mm.
There's no long-term carnivores. I'm sorry. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there's a few, but yeah, I
Yes,
just
it seems like I don't know, like maybe, like obviously as individual, you like what you like.
yeah,
My
yeah,
mate's
sure.
got a V branded into his chest because he's a vegan. I don't suggest anybody go that far. Jack, you're a weirdo. But the thing that I wanted to bring up was herbs. So you talk
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot about herbs. I've heard other people talk about herbs. What are
yeah.
we talking about?
Yeah, let me also add first, just to finish that one. Also, when you're starting just eating the raw foods, changing your diet and stuff, it takes a long time for your taste buds to change. It takes time for your hormones to start working properly, finally, especially like your adrenal glands starting to work better, all
Mm.
this stuff. And it's going to take you also for your stomach to get used to like all this water content stuff. It will take, I was just literally saying this today, it can take you months, years to get used to this. So don't expect, it's not going to be the same thing. Not
Mm.
even close. This is the highest. I mean, energetically speaking, you can eat what you want. And yeah, I'm with you. I don't tell people what to do. And I respect freedom, even no matter what, because we're all on our own journey.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, as you go along and you get cleaner and cleaner and cleaner, you have less cravings. Your metabolism gets so incredibly, um, like just impeccable, like perfect.
Mm.
Just gets so where I rarely need any food. I'm eating 90, I'm swear to God, I'm eating 90% of what I'm eating because it's an emotional thing. My body after this much fasting is so like just I mean I'm not perfect but
Mm.
it's so my metabolism is just wow, yeah, so it's amazing.
How long have you been fasting for now?
7 years
Well, you
yeah
only
doing
wait
it.
for 7 years.
No, 7 years of just, oh, you're talking about right now? Not long. No, I haven't. It's 7 years of doing like fasting,
Long time.
and some water fasting, some dry fasting, a lot of juice fasting, over a year of just juice fasting. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, man.
I do fasting pretty much every day, just intermittent, just because I don't really
Nice.
like eating. It makes me feel ill in the morning,
Hmm.
and then when I normally get to about 5 or 6. Sometimes, like if I'm working late, I'll just work through and then just eat when I get home, whatever. But
Nice.
there's I learned that, and you're probably the same. The hunger pain, it's not pain, the sensation. You learn to almost fucking channel it, like use it as like some sort of power, like fucking push you through. Like it's a weird feeling, and it's almost like some fucking self-flagellation, like whip over the shoulder type of shit. But that, I don't know, it just propels you forward. Like it makes you feel strong. Like you can feel
Awesome.
like you're healing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and this is another point about the book, the Mucus book by Dr. Arnold Ehret, is that he talks about fasting too. And I always wonder, like, what's I know we sort of brushed on it last time you were here. It's like, how long is, because intermittent fasting is intermittent fasting. It's not real fasting, but like how long should you go, like, without food? Do you think?
Man, it depends on the person and totally on their history,
Mm,
their recent history with their food, or their whole history with their food, with their medical, any kind of medical, pharmaceutical,
mm,
wonderful things that people take. They can be very dangerous
mm,
for people, especially for the water fasters. Not really so much for the juice fast. Almost anyone can juice fast. Almost anybody. So
mm.
it really depends. It really, yeah. I mean, for me to give like the best possible like advice to people, it's like I want to see your health assessment form so I can take a look on paper what's
Yeah.
going on with all your glands, what's going on with the blood pressure, because that tells me everything about the nerves, the adrenals, and the kidneys functioning, how they're functioning. And then I want to get the picture of the eyes to
Mm.
just have more information and then talk with someone, so it's always different. But what's funny though, that thing where you're feeling those hunger pangs
Mm.
when you're eating regular food, grains or meat or any oils or stuff like that, those pangs are totally different. They're like here the parasites are just talking. They're just because you feel a kind of sick thing, because
Mm.
when you're having the hunger pains, when you're feeling like you need food, when you're just eating fruit and you're for a long period of time, it's not like it's a different, you don't feel this sickness from those, especially the grains, man. Like those grains, I don't care what grain it is, like you said, man, that stuff is, it's not food.
No, it's
Yeah.
not at all. And I know what you mean, because when I'm when I'm eating, say like yesterday, like I came home and I started eating, I had like apples, nectarines, and oranges and shit, and then I just
Mhm.
ate grapes, and I remember being so aware of eating these grapes, and I'm just eating them, and I ate the whole fucking thing, and I'm like, I don't even feel sick, I don't feel ill. Like, if that was a whole packet of sweets, I'd feel like I'd be like, ugh, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'd be like puking everywhere, but I don't feel any kind of sickness. And I ate a banana after that. Like, that's how full, like how unfull I felt.
Mhm.
But it's this, obviously people have eaten fruit, so this is nothing new. But like it's just a cleaner like feeling when you eat it. Like if you eat like some chicken or some shit, it feels a bit dirty. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it might take you a couple days to get some intense healing symptoms, or it'll
Mm,
take you 5 days to get some if you're just eating fruit. But you will. That's the thing, is you can even know in the moment, even if someone has super super severe issues like I did. I was eating the fruit and I knew, even though I was feeling like crap, I could see into it like in a deep way, and
mm,
I could see the energy. I could feel it. I could see it moving in a psychedelic sort of way. I could
yeah.
feel
Sick.
the life force and that magnetism and the because we're electrical beings, and that
Mm,
is the most. It doesn't matter what anyone says. That's the highest electrical food there is.
mm.
It vibrates at the highest amount of angstroms. It has the most biophotons. If you take a picture with the Carillion photography, have you seen the pictures of
Yeah.
grapes and watermelon? And it has, the fruit actually has an aura. So once you
Mm,
start going down to vegetables, yeah, a raw broccoli still has an aura and stuff. But when you go to cook stuff or anything else,
yeah.
there's nothing left. There's nothing there. So
No. Have you my I used to it used to drive me nuts. Um, so like years ago, someone would cook me dinner, and like they would boil the shit out of the broccoli. I'm like, leave it the fuck alone. Like, why can't you steam this? I mean, like, and then like soggy pasta or that shit. Like, people overcook stuff, like eggs as well. Like, you get all that watery shit because you're overcooking a
yeah,
motherfucker. You wouldn't know about that because you want to eat fruit. But this is to my egg eating people. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, it's I don't think. I just want to circle back to something. The
yeah,
herbs. 'Cause,
yeah.
yeah, what's going on with the herbs?
Oh man. What isn't going on with them? I mean,
Is it deep?
yeah, they have they're little consciousnesses,
Oh,
little individual like they're like little, you know, man, they're like what you're playing. It's like, I don't know if you remember Final Fantasy, these
Yeah,
games, man. Oh
yeah.
yeah, oh cool, man. You know, but it's like that's something that you pull out is like the summon, right? You summoning this like this powerful thing to fight the bad guys. Sort of God, man. It's like the herbs. It's like, yeah, because they're it's a lot of them. Most people will get them organic, wild crafted. You get wild crafted herbs that are just growing on the side of a forest. Dude, that is the most organic thing you can freaking get. I mean, that stuff it's got some wisdom. It's got some deep wisdom in there. And yeah, I like them because you got herbs to help with the bowels, to help those move. You got herbs for the circulation. It's
Mm,
amazing. You got herbs to help with the prostate. You
gee.
know, you got herbs to help with every little single part of your body. The endocrine system herbs, I love these herbs for the adrenal glands, like the rhodiola and the schizandra berry and the ginseng and all these different herbs. Oh my gosh, I love those herbs for the nerves and yeah, and the
Mm,
herbs for your kidneys. You know, just so you have all these little things, and a lot of people will kind of, you know, a lot of people will try to not, they'll skimp on the herbs.
mm.
And I do specialize these long extended juice fasts with people where I put people 1 to 6+ months on just juices. That's my specialty. But I always recommend it. And it's not always something that someone should do, or everyone's different, but I do that because a lot of times, because if people can't afford the herbs, I'm like, hey, this will take care of a lot of it. But if money's not an issue, dude, do your protocol, whatever that is. If that's a juice fast or just whatever type of protocol that is,
Mm.
do your eating protocol, but add the herbs too, because I mean, and don't do it just buying this one and doing it on your own. Is like, it's just, I did it too, you know, and it's like, no, you wanna be like strategic and methodical, you know what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say about it. You want to be targeting, you want to support everything in the most smart way possible. The smartest thing to do is first deworm people, get the big parasites out and the small organism parasites out, like the candida and funguses and stuff, right?
Mm.
You want to take the herbs for that first. You want to hit your liver pretty much almost right off the bat. So you want
Mm.
to always be supporting your kidneys. I don't care when you're taking herbs, especially if you're taking any herbs for your lymphatic system, which are the most powerful herbs of all. Like
Mm.
literally, those are the ones that will keep, they'll heal the stage 4 of the C. You know, they'll heal. You know, I mean, I'm
What
telling
are
you,
they?
man. Yeah,
Specific herbs are they?
for lymphatic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those powerful ones. I want some
Oh
of
my
that shit.
gosh,
I'm gonna go
you
shop.
got you got the red root,
Red root.
red root,
Mm.
chaparral. Chaparral is very, very powerful. You got what do you got? Burdock is good. It's also good for liver.
Mm.
Poke root, like poke
Okay.
root is super powerful. And
Mm.
then what else? I mean, echinacea is really very lymphatic. What else? A super strong one that the FDA keeps really doesn't like is called bloodroot, and that one specifically will just rip a TUMOR out. Sorry guys, this is the world I'm living in. I have to. I mean, it will literally rip one of those out of. Oh yeah. So
Holy.
so don't just go and take bloodroot if without talking to someone, because that you need to like work your way up and be prepared for what that kind of detoxing symptoms that are going to come from that is not going to be pleasant for a little bit for sure.
Oh shit! Oh,
Yeah,
that's what I want though. That's the sort of shit that I want. If I take something and I'm instantly better and I haven't felt anything, that's bullshit to me. I want the suffering. I want to go through that shit. I want to see that shit come out of me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
That's what would you so like circling back a little bit to the enema
Yeah.
with the water. Would you? I know you said about the lemon and the lime.
Hmm.
I just want to get as much information for the people as I can and for myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you put any sea salt, any herbs in that, like anything like that?
I wouldn't put salt in there, no. But I would. I'm not big into the salt personally. I
Hmm.
do have it sometimes. I do have it. some like lately I've been having it like almost every night, but there's times I go months and months and months without it. I'd prefer not to have it. I feel better without salt. I
Mm.
like to get my sodium from celery. That's the big one, celery and cucumbers and
Oh, I hate celery so much. I tried to eat
uh,
it the other day. Jeez. Oh.
well,
Oh.
you can get it with you can get it from other veggies, but the what were we saying? Um, what were we saying?
Yeah, we were talking about salt and an enema, and then I rudely
Oh
interrupted.
yeah. So the like I said earlier, like lemon or lime,
Mm.
putting one or two lemons or limes in there, strong, but put it in there.
Mm.
And like I said earlier, you can brew up a little tea, just let it get to lukewarm temperature again. Specifically, Dr. Morse's Heal All Tea is it's absolutely amazing for enemas because
Mm.
it has herbs to target everything, and then you're putting it up there, so it's hitting the parasites, it's hitting everything. It's got circulation things, it's got lymphatic things, it's got bowel things, it's got or parasite things. It's got
Mm.
everything in there. Um,
Can
yeah,
you
so I
drink,
prefer to do.
can you just drink
Huh?
it? Oh.
No, you make it. Well, you can drink the tea, but it's also great to put in with the enema for the water
Mm.
as your enema water. It's also this tea is also great for douching for the ladies, man. I'm telling you. That's why they created it. Dr. Morse created the tea. It's just, oh yeah, yeah. We got to heal all parts of the body, man. Seriously, man. That's
You know, we got a full spectrum fucking healing out here, bro. That's how we're dealing with this shit. Right. Like,
uh,
thank you so much for coming on, bro. I've got to have you on again, man. Like, our conversations are just, you know so much. And like all these little roots and all this shit, and I've written down, and I'm gonna go get some fucking blood root and go and do my little sacrificial fucking enema. Nah, joke. But yeah,
just be
just
careful. Hey, talk to me before you do the blood root though, because you don't want to just go right at.
oh,
You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Right
yeah.
out the gate.
I'll consult the experts, bro. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're the expert. Just before we go, just let the people know where they can find you one last time, bro.
Yeah, sure. So you can find me most easily on the YouTube, Raw Vibrant Health. And Nico, can you put my website down there? You can
100%.
find my website on the YouTube too. My website is lightsite.com. It's LITESITE.com/ Raw Vibrant Health. So but just go check it out on my YouTube because it's this funny kind of slash, or check it out down here. And yeah, I'm here to serve. And dude, I really respect you too, and it's cool to catch up. It's been almost a year or something, huh?
Yeah, man. Too long. Too
Yeah,
long.
man. Let's
Yeah,
do
man.
it again. Hey,
Yeah,
let's
we'll
do
yeah,
it soon.
100%. When you get back from
Continue.
traveling the world like you always do, we'll hook something up. All right.
All right, brother. Yeah.
Have a good evening, bro.
You too,
Bye, man.
man.